Hi friends, I'm Miss Reeley and welcome to Story Time. I hope everyone's been staying warm on these snowy days we've been having. All this cold's got me thinking about when I was younger and I used to dream that I could live in a castle on the beach. My favorite Disney princess got to do just that. In today's story, we're going to be hearing from one of her underwater friends. We're reading The Little Mermaid, Sebastian's story. The story was adapted by J. Colby and illustrated by John Kurtz. The Little Mermaid, Sebastian story. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sebastian the Crab. I conduct all the music concerts in the kingdom under the sea. Soon I will start tonight's performance. Triton, the Sea King, and his lovely mermaid daughters have just arrived. But I must point out that one little mermaid is missing. Her name is Ariel, and she is King Triton's youngest daughter. Let me tell you her story. Ariel was curious about the world above the sea, the world of humans. She often explored sunken ships to find human-made objects that she collected. Her friend, Flounder the fish, and I went with her. I wonder what it's like to be human, Ariel said one day. Why do you care? I said, sternly. You are not a human. You are a mermaid with a beautiful voice. You belong here under the sea. Just at that moment, something at the surface caught Ariel's eyes, and up she swam. Jumping jellyfish, I said. Where are you going now? Ariel swam right up to a ship that was sailing by. Ariel, your father won't like this, I whispered so the humans wouldn't hear me. Too late! Ariel was staring at a handsome human named Prince Eric. She had a dreamy look in her eye. Suddenly, a big storm came up. The ship was tossed about. Before I was washed under, I saw Prince Eric fall overboard. After the storm, I found Ariel on the beach with the prince. She had saved him from drowning. She sang him a love song to tell him she wanted to be part of his world. All at once I saw another human coming from along with a furry monster. Ariel, look out, I cried. Terrified, Ariel and I went back into the water. That night I tried to talk some sense into Ariel. You must never go near the humans again, I said. It's better down here where it's wetter. Under the sea. But Ariel was a difficult child. I knew she was hardly listening. Soon after that, King Triton called me to see him. Sebastian, he said, my daughter Ariel has been acting peculiar lately, and I think you know why. I had to tell the king the whole story. I even told him about the secret cavern where Ariel kept the human things she found. Furious because his daughter was too interested in the human world, King Triton rushed to Ariel's cavern. Is it true you saved a human? He roared. Father, I had to. I couldn't let him die, said Ariel. I love him. At that, mighty Triton raised his trident angrily. With a great flash of light, he destroyed Ariel's treasures, hoping it would keep her away from the humans. Ursula, the sea witch, heard about Ariel's troubles and offered to help. I can turn you into a human, Ursula said with a wicked grin. Then you can go to your prince, but in return, you must give me your beautiful voice. And the prince must kiss you in 3 days' time, or you will belong to me forever. I begged Ariel not to agree, but the poor lovesick girl signed a contract with Ursula. Then Flounder and I raced after her as she swam for shore to find the prince. When Ariel reached the shore, she wobbled about happily on her new legs. Scuttle the seagull told Ariel she must wear clothes to be human. He made her a funny-looking dress. No sooner was the dress ready than Prince Eric appeared along with his furry monster. "You look very familiar," the prince said to Ariel. Poor Ariel could not answer. "But you can't be the one I was thinking of," said the prince. She had a beautiful voice. I don't know why the prince invited Ariel to the palace, but I went too, in Ariel's pocket. The servants gave Ariel new clothes to wear. I was carried off to the laundry. Then I found myself in the castle kitchen, and the chef was cooking crabs. "Aha!" the chef cried when he saw me. "One more tasty little crab." He picked me up, dipped me in flour, and tried to toss me in a pot of boiling water. Now I, Sebastian, am a smart crab. I grabbed the edge of the pot, crawled off that stove as fast as I could go. The only place to hide was under a dish. Then I realized the cook was carrying me off to the dining room. There was my dear Ariel having dinner with the prince. I scurried over to her, and she kept me hidden and safe. Ariel looked so happy that day, even though she couldn't speak. I could see that she was truly in love with the prince, and he was happy to be with her. Me? I was just happy to be alive. It wasn't long before Ariel and the prince were married. The sea witch's spell had been broken, and Ariel got her voice back, and she became human forever. Everyone in the kingdom wished her well, even Triton, for he still loved his daughter very much. That's Ariel's story, and now you know why she is not at the concert tonight. I miss the Little Mermaid, but I am happy for her dream has come true. That concludes story time for today. I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a good night.